Welcome to the land of ethereal but articulate damnation that is the Maggott Show. I'm your host, Barbara Butterthighs, and I have soft, supple breasts which I display to any who wish it.
I, meanwhile, have not been smoking street weed, so I am still frugal.
Nay, frugal, I have not partaken of the streakite giddy grass. I just get so tired of the same old introductions. Adding a new twist can keep the show fresh and vibrant. And adding references to my supple breasts to the beginning of the show can remind our listeners of how fortunate they are that I don't unleash the full powers of the ethereal doomsday weapon that is my vocabulary.
Think about that, kids. The horrors you've heard in previous episodes are nothing compared to what we could be saying. So who's our guest for this week? There's nobody here.
Well, it was supposed to be Ortho Schwartz again, but apparently the secretary looked at him, so he pulled a gun.
Oh, jeez. He should know better than to pull a gun on Clag Brazingi. I mean, sure, Nancy is the polite and obsequious type, but she's not stupid.
Yes, I don't know what happened specifically, but I heard someone screaming about the white man's wife army shooting holes in the dignity of black men everywhere, which I interpreted as meaning he'd been shot in the crotch.
Is Nancy considered white?
Well, she's Coralesian.
So, maybe? What is Orthos' deal, anyway? Who are these black mans he keeps talking about?
Well, Orthos is from Earth, which apparently has a long history of retardation. One manifestation of this retardation was forming opinions of people you'd never met based on their saturation of skin pigment.
You could just say they're racist fuckwads, Maggot. It saves on syllables.
Well, the thing is, I've never met a racist human. Apparently it's either all directed at Orthos personally, or he's overblowing things.
Well, I don't know. The humans who live long enough to get to Clag Brazingi probably know when to keep their mouths shut.
I am here, and I must have words with you, Maggot! Wow, that bandage is giving me flashbacks to the Cappuccino Machine episode. Do you know what your secretary did to me? She chose the merciful route and incinerated your reproductive organs instead of your head. That's company policy. You have a racist, Zionist, pig-thingy person in your organization, Maggot! I suggest you look into it immediately. Today it's one humble black man's balls, but tomorrow it will be the balls of all who are not pure Aryan. Did you know that as late as the 1800s, the white man was castrating the black man as if they were cattle? You'll be next, Maggot. What will you do when the white man comes to take your balls? Same thing I do to everybody. Shoot them in the face and urinate in the most recognizable orifice on their blackened, mangled skull.
It melts the remaining flesh on their face and turns it into this sort of glowing brown soup. It's really cool.
So as I understand it, we're here to discuss your new book, which, I might add, is hilarious. It is no laughing matter, Maggot. The Great White Conspiracy is alive and well, in our schools, in our churches, in our very homes. Haven't you noticed what's happening? Books are all printed on white paper. People are married in white clothes, but when people die, they wear black. So what? Having people associate you with the death of their loved ones is a good thing. You won't get sprayed with perfume at the mall, I'll tell you that.
Well, they did do that once.
Exactly. They did it once.
I especially liked that thing you did with the mascara remover. That was classic.
Yeah, smelled pretty bad when I was done, though. But the screams made it worth it. You cannot just dismiss me, Maggot! The black man will be heard! The black man's wrath will be felt! You know what would be really funny? If we unleashed you on some innocent bystanders. Line 1, you're on the Maggott Show.
Yes, I'm an African-American from the great state of California, and I would just like to point out that Orthos does not represent the typical views of your average...
Hey! Where do you live, man?
As I said, I'm from California,
So you're the white man's lapdog?
No, it's...
Have you ever killed yourself a man?
Kill a man? No!
Have you ever supped upon the sweet, jellied brains of a white supremacist?
I can't say that I have.
But when you go to work in the wee hours of the morning, do you go to your office and say, "Hello, Mr. Johnson," to your big, fat, white supervisor?
Actually, my supervisor is Mr. Mello, and he's...
Silence! I feel your pain, brother. I will help you rise up from this quagmire of servitude and destitute, and bring you into the light of hating Whitey.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes, brother?
You're fucked in the head.
Forgive him, Lord, for he knows not how stupid he is. Next caller, line 3.
Thanks for taking my call, Maggot. Mr. Schwartz, I am a duly appointed representative of the mighty and transcendent Church of Gaspork, which, as you know, is the only institution in the galaxy that will be spared his horrific wrath when he comes to devour all sentient life in the universe, except for beer producers and hot women. I would like to extend you a formal invitation to attend services this Sunday, because as you know, the Church of Gaspork shares your intolerance of racism, but we encourage mindless, widespread violence against people for spurious and, in some cases, completely fictitious reasons.
Sorry, man. I'm all about the love of Jesus.
That's okay. They get along. Jesus and Gaspork get together on Wednesdays and arm wrestle. But Gaspork usually wins, because in the middle of the match, he sticks his thumb in.
I'm putting a stop to this before I get hit with another lightning bolt. Well, folks, that's it for the Maggott Show this week. Tune in next time or have tapioca pudding violently thrust into your pants. Ta.